Всем доброго времени суток.
Привет,
Здравствуйте, Никита.
Никита.
Кать, ты сегодня в 5 будешь, Макс?
Еще Никита, зритель.
Не знаю, посмотрим.
Привет, teacher.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm really happy to see you today. So, I'd like to revise you that today we have the translation to our YouTube channel. Don't forget about it. All right, first of all, I have, Nikita, a question to you. So what is the most unusual place that you have ever been to?
Ever been to?
What is the most unusual place you have ever been to? Okay, Nikita?
I don't know, maybe Barcelona in Spain.
All right, what was unusual there, Nikita?
Stadium Bernabeu.
All right. Yulia, what about you?
I think the most unusual place that I ever been, it was Cyprus, that industrial of wine and the technologies of producing wine.
All right, thank you very much. Marat?
I think most unusual place when I was, it's been some motion on Turkey.
All right, what was unusual there?
I didn't see motion like that on Russia.
All right, Rajiv?
I wanted to say I not understand what is it unusual places.
What is it unusual place?
It's place where I'm not was.
Some interesting place that is not familiar to other places. Do you understand the question?
Yes.
Rajiv? No?
It's no.
Unusual, необычный, yes?
I don't know really. I think that maybe. No, I don't know. What's it's unusual places.
All
For
right.
me, it's
Okay, think a little bit maybe, Evelina.
I guess the most unusual place when I was is a church in mountains in Spain. There are some monastery in the mountains, and there are quite a lot of people who live there. And actually, I have heard how old men sing in this church.
Okay, well done. Thank you, Serежа. Do you have any unusual place that you have been to?
I think it's Madrid on Spain, and I don't know more.
All right.
It's only Madrid.
Okay, thank you. Andrei?
I don't know because I live in Russia.
All right. Maybe in Russia you will find some unusual places too. Okay, Nazar, what about you?
I think the most unusual place is Bulgaria because in Bulgaria I seen some insects, насекомые.
Yes, insects, you're right.
Very big and unusual birds. About we have chaika they have Baklan.
All right.
Baklan, the bigger than many birds I haven't seen.
Okay, you have ever seen. All right. Katya, thank you.
I think for me, unusual place. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Unusual place maybe on Spain because in Spain have more a lot of buildings which their construction of building is unusual things, and maybe for me Paris, for example, Eiffel Tower built is unusual thing for me.
All right. Eiffel Tower, yes? Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Sasha, do you hear us?
I difficult to answer this question, sorry.
All right. So thank you very much for your answers. It's really great to hear your ideas and to know where have you been and what interesting places you have visited. So now I want you to look at the screen. And sorry, just 1 second. Okay, tell me please, what do you see? Marat.
Pictures.
What I see,
What do you see?
I see a Stonehenge. It's,
Stonehenge.
typical place on USA. Or that, and I see Otrov, это нет, Machu Picchu, по-моему.
Okay, maybe. All right, thank you. Nikita, what about you? What do you see?
I see different places. I'm looking on different places which I never seen.
All right, thank you, Rajiv.
I'm which some places which I don't know. I know Stonehenge, and that's all, I think.
All right, thank you. What do you think about these places? What do you think about these places? Evelina?
There are some ancient buildings from our ancestors, and nowadays I guess it's some places of interest for tourists, maybe.
All right, thank you. Yulia?
I think that places consist some information of our lost civilizations like Maya or others, because it's really difficult to build and difficult to understand what it was, for what it was built.
Okay, you have great ideas. Thank you. Nazar, what about you?
In this picture, I see the Stonehenge and some pictures I don't know.
And some places that you don't know. All right. So I'm sure that you know Stonehenge, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So Marat, you said that it is somewhere in America, in USA, but it is in England. It is quite near to London. All right. Do you know what is this place? This one?
Maybe Easter Iceland?
Maybe. Any other ideas?
I think this place in India.
Maybe in India. All right.
England.
Okay. So Andrei, what do you think?
Don't know. Maybe England.
Maybe England. Okay. Sergey?
I think it's India.
India. Sasha, what do you think?
Maybe Delphi.
Maybe. Okay, so I will help you. It is a top room Angkor in Cambodia.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah, quite, yes, maybe for someone. Maybe in Instagram you usually see such pictures of people who are in Cambodia in this temple. So, by the way, what is a temple? Who remembers?
This temple, Kalisto temple, like
Temple,
that.
what is it? Translate, temple.
Замок.
Храм, yes, you're right. Temple, храм. Okay, and what about the last picture? So it is Quinta da Regaleira in Sintra in Portugal. So it is the palace and park complex. It's really big, and I hope that you will check some information about these places because they are really interesting. According to our communication, what do you think is the topic of our lesson today?
Some mystical places on our world.
Mystical places in our world. Okay, any other ideas?
Old places.
Old places, all right.
Interesting places.
Unusual places.
Strange buildings.
Strange buildings. All right, you are, all of you are absolutely right. And of course, we have the topic of mystic places. By the way, how do you understand the word mystic, Katya?
Mystic, maybe unusual places which building.
Yes,
building.
Built.
Building, maybe lost city people. Of people.
Okay, very good ideas. Radiv?
I think that mystic places, it's places which have many legends about itself.
All right, great idea you have, Yulia.
I think mystic places that somewhere that we don't know what it consists or what it wants to do. Something they don't know.
All right, great. You have brilliant ideas. Thank you very much. So now I want you to revise some words. So, and to do the following task. Just a second. So here it is. You have the function of using my screen. Yes. Can you do that? I hope that you can. So now your task is to match the words with their translation. Okay. So I give you 15 seconds to think. All right. 15 seconds to think. Okay, so you may choose like this pencil, yes, on your screen, and to choose the arrow. Стрелочку на экране, да, у вас вы можете выбрать и рисовать. Okay, who was it?
It's maybe.
Ага, Назар. Okay, monk, монах. Okay, what about remote? Nikita, what do you think?
I think отдаленный.
Отдаленный. Okay, can you match?
Далекий, maybe.
Can you match? Can you match?
How to do?
Okay. So you have the pencil, like this one. And you should choose arrow.
So I don't see where is my pen.
Okay, then Radiv, can you do that?
Nope, I can't find my pen.
All right.
What it means? Remote далекий?
Remote, yes, далекий.
Yeah, remote is далекий.
Okay, what about inhabited, Katya?
Населенный.
Населенный, well done. Carve, Андрей, what do you think?
It is вырезать.
Yes, you're right. Okay. What about magnificent? Magnificent, Сергей.
Величественный.
You're right. Величественный. Okay. Worship, Радив.
Worship, it's...
Evelina, help.
As I remember, worship is поклоняться.
Yes, you're right. Okay. Preserved, Sasha.
Какое еще раз слово?
Preserved, this one.
I don't know. Maybe...
Maybe сохраненный.
Да.
You're right, сохраненный. Okay, and priestess? Priestess, Yulia? Жрица, yes, you're right. Thank you. Now, so your home task was to read the text, as you remember, and now I will give you some minutes to, I think that 2 minutes will be enough to look through the text again. Okay? Revise the text. You have your books, yes, in front of you. Maybe this one will help you a little bit. Two minutes to revise the text, to remember the text. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
All right. Now I have, first of all, I just want to ask to hear some words about these interesting places. They are mystic places, yes? So just some words about Easter Island. What is it and what is it famous for? Rajiv.
Easter Iceland. No,
Island, yes, island.
Island. Tell about this island.
Yes, just some words. What is it famous for?
It's I think that it's placed from 2,000 miles from South America, and I think that in this island has 887 statues called Moai, and they are up to 10 meters and weight 18 tons. 18 tons, and I think that's all.
All right, do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Evelina, what about Kalaysa Temple? This one.
As I understand, it's a temple in some mountain in Ellora, in India, and no one exactly know how people have built it. Also, there are some signs in bricks of this temple, and as I remember, some monks sometimes come to this temple because it has some spiritual force.
Okay, thank you. And one more time, how was it made?
No one exactly knows how it was made, but people have built it a long time, and there are 200,000 tons of rock from it.
Yes, you're right. Okay, so it was made of rock itself, yes?
Yeah.
It was carved. All right, what about Machu Picchu, Marat?
Machu Picchu, it's the lost city of Inks. That's so I don't know how to say it. So old town. They didn't have some damage from Spanish
invaders.
Spanish raiders.
Invaders.
Invaders. and nobody don't know about them, or because they was so invisible for us, I think. And
Mhm.
there's a mystical history about them.
Okay, and what else is one more interesting thing about this place? What is one more
Yeah.
interesting thing about this place? How was it made also? The question is the same. What is it made of?
Как он был сделан?
Mhm. What is it made of? What material? Uh-huh.
Я не понимаю вопрос, на самом деле.
Okay, Evelina, translate the question.
Сделал.
Uh-huh, Yulia, you're right. Uh-huh.
They was made from rocks and cement. Without cement.
Without cement. Okay, thank you. And what about the last one, Delphi? Who wants? Who wants?
Юля, подними руку.
Maybe I.
Okay, Yulia, you're welcome.
So Delphi was a home of the oracle who can communicate with god of Apollo. And this place called this place was surrounded by mystery and has had a mysterious force. So some people say that Oracle is still there and they feel some power from this place.
All right, and by the way, where is it?
Is in Greece.
In Greece, yes, you're right. Okay, thank you very much for your answers. Now I want you to answer some questions. Okay, the first one is, if you had a chance to talk to the oracle, what would you ask him? You have 15 seconds to think a little bit. So do you understand what is oracle?
Ну, жрец.
Oracle.
Uh-huh, yes, you're right.
Ну, получается, он же верит в Бога, этим атеистом. Почему должны это спрашивать?
Okay, he can predict your future.
Оракул — это же не который верит в Бога, это провидец, мне кажется.
Yes, you're right, Nikita. Okay, Evelina?
If I had the chance to talk to the oracle, I would ask him when the coronavirus will leave our planet.
I was expecting this
from the coronavirus.
Yes.
A question for us.
Yes, I was expecting this answer really. I was sure that it will be the first answer. All right, Katya, what do you think? Do you have any other questions to him?
I don't know, maybe maybe will for us exams, maybe.
About exams, all right.
It's
Okay.
actually a question for me.
Thank you. Nazar, what about you?
I think I asked him when the construct time machine.
Okay, people. Yes, people.
People.
All right, thank you. Great ideas. So the second question is, how could such construction exist so long? If you remember that one of them was made of the rock, yes, without any bricks. So, and one of them was made without cement. How could such construction exist so long till today? What do you think?
Инопланетяне.
Aliens?
I think, yeah.
Okay, Radif, what do you think?
I think because it's a rock, rock it's very has a very I don't know how it say because it's a rock, it's a very hard material which can live a very long times. And so I think that it's a reason because these constructions exist so long.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Nikita? What are your ideas?
I don't have idea for that question.
No idea?
Yes.
All right, that's very pity. Okay, Marat?
I said it's I think it's aliens or
okay.
Great, or it's a great я забыл, как мастерство будет. Ай-яй-яй.
What?
Какое слово?
Мастерство.
Craftsmanship.
Okay, thank you. So, and the last question, it's very long question. Evelina, read please it.
Don't you think that it's quite strange that any modern construction companies could, I can see the last three words.
Could repeat that experience? Don't you think that it's quite strange that any modern construction companies could repeat that experience? So today we don't have such constructions. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes, and modern companies, construction companies, didn't agree to do that, to repeat that experience. Why do you think? What do you think? Why?
Maybe the reason why they don't want to build something like that is because it's quite expensive and constructions company have a lot of workers for building maybe this way, and nowadays employers and employees want to reach wealthy, but not some beautiful for all people. Money does matter there.
All right, thank you. Yulia?
I agree with Evelina, and I think that maybe our modern construction companies don't want to build such strong constructions because it's really difficult or and difficult not only in process but in materials like stone, that these constructions need a lot of stone, and it's hard to
transportate.
To transport it, maybe, yes?
Transportate.
Okay, yes. Nazar, what do you think? Thank you, Yulia.
I don't understand this task.
Okay, Marat, translate the question.
Вопрос такой. Почему прогрессивные компании в сфере строительства хотят научиться опыту, ну, типа, опыту тому, как предыдущие строители, как они строят?
Don't want, they can't.
Не могут.
Не могут, they can't. Yes, они не могут повторить этот опыт сегодня. We have stones, enough stones. We have the rocks, but we can't do that today.
Aliens, just aliens.
Okay, aliens. Katya, any ideas? Nazar, okay.
I think the people in the last time,
last civilizations, you may say, ancient civilizations,
make these constructions to conscience. But now the people make some constructions to have money, not conscience.
Okay, thank you. Sergey, any ideas?
I think a friend of Putin and Sobyanin just got a contract worth of to 25 billions to lay the till in Moscow. I hope they will be able to.
All right, maybe. Thank you. We understood your position. Thank you. Who wants? Katya?
Maybe it's a simple construction and we simply don't understand how repeat this maybe.
Okay, do you really think that it is simple construction? There are stones of that weight many tons. Yes, and even we don't have such techniques which can help us to raise them.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Marat. So thank you very much for your great answers. It was really interesting to know your opinion, and I hope that you will try to check some information, more information to find, yes, about these places and about other places. That's why your home task will be to find one another mystic place and make presentation about it. And I will ask you to really to think under this question, because I think that it's really interesting and it's a secret for us today. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
All right. Was the lesson interesting for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
All right. Have you did you know any new facts?
Yeah, I didn't know about some mystic places, and it is hard to imagine how people built such incredible buildings in ancient times.
Okay, thank you. Rajiv?
Can you repeat the questions, please?
What new facts did you know from the today's lesson?
Because I know that